Hi, I'm Bob Ryan. This is Globe 10.0. With me today is Kevin Dupont. Game 2 of the Celtics Atlanta series, Paul Pierce stood up tall with 36 points and 14 rebounds on a night when they had to have it. And the discussion has now been launched yet again. We love to have these discussions. Yeah. That's why we have sports talk shows and do things like this. Where might this man rank now as he's deep into his Celtic career in the pantheon of Celtic greats? How far high up would you put him on the list?
Well, I don't know. My knee jerk here is to put him sort of in the Yaz category, and you know, I love Jazz and 3,000 hits and 500 homers, but the team, you know, they got in twice with Yaz, 67 and 75. They didn't win it. They did get in with this guy. A lot of times this was a bad team. They did win with this guy, but do I have him in the top 5? Mm-hmm. He's around it. I'm not convinced he's in it.
Are we, you and I, are we in agreement that there was a Mount Rushmore of 4?
Yeah.
And Russell, Kuzi, Bird, and Havlicek.
Yeah, exactly.
So we all agree to that.
Exactly.
So the question is 5. If not him, who would you nominate as 5?
Then it goes to Parrish, McHale, you know, Sam Jones, Heinsohn, JoJo White. You know, so it becomes, how great is he, and how much did I just like watching him as a player? I love watching this guy.
Now, one advantage, so do I. One advantage is a lot of these guys we all mentioned have multiple championships. All these guys are guys we mentioned. Right. And, of course, if you play with Russell, there's a great chance that your drawer is laden with rings. You know,
you're right.
I mean, if you're Casey Jones, if you're Sam, if you're Satch, if you're Lusky. If
perfect.
You're Kuzi, you got rings.
Bailey Howell.
You got rings. Okay, Paul Pierce has got 1 ring. 1 ring in a career. And is that a criteria for you?
Well, you know, and again, you can go there with Evans. You can go there with Ray Bork. Ray Bork, a much better player. You know, there are all these sort of. So I try to put it in. If he were with Russell, if he were on those teams, where would I see him? And you know what? I wouldn't put him there. I wouldn't put him in that group. If I put him in the setting of a great team, and of course, what does that mean? He's going to have fewer minutes. He's not going to have as significant a role. His play's probably diminished. You know, it's very hard to compare eras, but I think sometimes the litmus on these is, okay, plug the guy right in with those guys, and how would you feel?
Great point. We're going to have to resume. I like this. That's a very good point. We're going to have to resume it. I put him at number 5, but he makes a good point. And one of the reasons that I do put him at number 5 is exactly what Kevin is talking about, is that I think he could play with those guys, and they love playing with him. I think he could adjust. Anyway, great discussion. Fodder, we'll have this one again, too.